Now, before you assume anything, I will tell you, I have made videos. I've made videos riding this. I've made videos riding that within the last month or so. And guess what? This machinery right here, this GoPro, has decided that it's going to do everything wonderful on the optics, but when it comes to sound, thumbs down. So they were not postable. We're trying it again today. I've done some testing and it appears like the GoPro is actually working with us instead of against us. Now today, we're going to take a little jaunt. This is the 2-year anniversary of owning this wired Freedom. Granted, I don't ride it daily. In fact, sometimes I'll go a long time without riding it. But let's take a scoot. We'll talk about this bike and we'll also talk about whatever else comes to mind. All right, let's see if I can climb this hill in this vintage wired Freedom. Probably doesn't look too steep, but hey, not bad, not bad. Hey, it still runs, right? Yeah, I'm sitting here running my mouth. Let me double check here, make sure this thing's recording. Hey, looks like it is. My lucky day, isn't it? Your lucky day too. Anyway, guys, doing nothing new here. Same old crap, same old stuff I've done before. Same trails, same areas. So yeah, 2 years ago, I bought this bike, or I ordered it. Came in at the time, it was kind of one of the king of the hills. There was another manufacturer out there. I forgot the name of it, but I think they've since gone out of business. But this bike, you know, it's had its up and downs with me, you know. You guys remember them videos where I was complaining about how the battery wouldn't charge fully? It charged at like 66 and a half or something like that. Now, to be honest with you, it's kind of charging back up to 67.1, if you can believe it. So it just kind of seems to have a mind of its own. With as little as I ride this bike, it doesn't really even matter anymore. You know, I don't use this for a commute. I don't use it for anything other than just pleasure cruises, right? Oh, by the way, if I haven't told you today, Tuesday, it's about 10:15 a.m. Temperature is about 61 degrees. Yeah, 61. For me, living in Phoenix, these are like Arctic conditions. This is like dark Alaskan winter to me. I may have to stop, gather some wood and build a fire if I get too cold. Now this bike, you know, other than little battery faux pas, which, like I said, seem to resolve itself, I've had to put tires on it. You guys saw that miserable, horrible video that I did with the tires. And all that belly aching and complaining. Tires, you know, here's the thing. The tires were kind of costly. Like over 300 bucks for the tires, the tubes, and a set of Tannis armor. Yeah, over $300 in that ordeal. Oh, including the flat out. So I put flat out in as well. So that was kind of an issue. Other than that, I can't really think of any other monies I put into this other than a back bag for it to carry a bunch of crap I never use, and the electricity to charge a battery. Still running smooth, as you can tell. You know, I'm only on level 2. We're doing 23 miles an hour, so we're not really hot dogging today. I'm just kind of cruising around, you know, running my mouth. See how many people I can get to unsubscribe. Yeah, maybe that's what's wrong with my channel, guys. I don't shoot enough videos and I don't sell anything. You know, maybe I should get into that game, right? Here's my code. Become one of them guys. Well, that's what everybody does on YouTube, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, if this is your 10th video today, chances are the other, at least 8 of the 9, somebody's out for some secondary gain. Now, I'm not here to tell you that I will never be out for secondary gain, but I can tell you right now, I'm not out for secondary gain. Anyway, riding around a vintage wired Freedom. This is 2024 model. I can guarantee you there are some of you out there in this world that weren't even born when this bike was made. That's right, you weren't even around. But you know, I like vintage things. I think it's neat. Get a little patina going on. You know, you look at that bike and you think, man, the stories it could tell. One thing I've noticed is that my front brake, this brake, whatever brake that is, it's feeling a little bit soft. You know, like maybe I need to add some liquid to it, or what is that mineral? Look at that. Pulled all the way down, barely stops. Oh, it just ran a stop sign. I need to behave myself. Anyway, guys, yeah, it's a new year, 2026. I tell you this, everybody's got their resolutions, right? New Year's resolution. Oh, no, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop smoking fentanyl. I'm going to stop robbing banks and shooting people. You know, everybody's got their resolutions. None of them work. Look, if you're into resolutions, that means you want to change your mind. You want to repent on whatever actions you've done in the past that you're not real happy with. Look, you don't wait for a new year to do it. You do it the minute you feel like you can commit. It doesn't matter if it's Halloween. It doesn't matter if it's April Fool's Day. So New Year's resolutions are complete and utter bullshit. I don't have any. I hope you don't either. Don't fall into that bullshit mantra. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a better person. I'd start now. Wait for New Year's Day. Give me a break. Anyway, back to wired Freedom. Yeah, I got no real complaints with it. It does what I want. The only thing that really, I don't know, maybe keeps me from riding it a whole lot is I'm kind of stuck to the same areas, right? You guys see my videos. I'm always in the same areas. And that's a problem with any electric bike. It's not just the wired Freedom. You know, I have one battery. Even if I had the dual battery, it wouldn't matter to me. I'm not gonna load this thing up, jump in my Toyota 4Runner, drive 3 hours to ride a new area, just to ride for an hour. To me, that's a big waste of money and time, and that's not who I am. That's not what I would do. I still think, I mean, you want to do some adventure riding? I hate to say it, guys, some of you eco heads are gonna be all pissed off, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest with you. The best bang for your buck is still gasoline. And I've actually been considering one of those options. Well, actually 2 of those options. I might post a couple of flashes at you right now. Yeah, take that and chew on it for a while. But see, what's great about those options is if I drive 2 or 3 hours, I can stay a whole day and I can ride all day. I just go back to my vehicle, staging area, fill up the tank, and I'm off again. Right? I'm gonna spend $60 in gas to get there. I wanna hang out for a little while. I wanna get my head in the wind. I wanna keep my head in the wind. So that's one drawback, and that's, like I said, that's bikes in general, e-bikes in general. You know, for me, how I'm wired. I don't like to go somewhere and ride for, you know, 40 minutes, say, oh, battery's dead. Well, I guess I'll just sit here and stare at a tree. You know, that's just not what I do. I like to be in the trees. I like to see new trees whipping past my head. I see they have a bunch of new wireds out there. Well, I don't even know the names of them. I don't know, Predator or Viper or something. I don't know what they are. But I did take a quick glance at them a couple weeks ago. They look pretty cool and all, but I think the only one I would consider buying, now don't shoot me because I'm wrong, but I could have swore it was like $4,000. And I'm sorry, but them gas options that I showed you a few minutes ago, yeah, I'd rather have those. So I'm not going to buy any new bikes. I'm not buying any more e-bikes. This one's in it for the long haul. Starts getting contrary on me or something, well, you know, if I can't repair it, I'll just get rid of it or recycle it. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I hope everybody's holidays were better than expected. Mine were kind of unremarkable. No big deal. No big deal there. Reason for the season, I guess you can say. Of course, that should be all year long, but who am I? Now, just because this video might get posted doesn't mean I'm gonna make this a regular thing. I just kind of was in the mood today. You know, I was kind of in the mood today. Some of you know, you watch my other videos, you know I came out of retirement and I'm doing some stuff part-time on the side. So I don't have a lot of clock on my hand. Try to fill my days. That's kind of being filled for me, which I actually prefer. Some of you folks out there retired, yeah, first 3 years or so for me were wonderful, but all of a sudden you start waking up and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got a whole day ahead of me and everything is taken care of. What am I gonna do with myself, right? You don't get a grip on it, that can lead to some bad habits building up, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to fall into that. And I'd probably kind of already fell into that. But now I'm back to, see, what's funny is when you work, yeah, you think, wow, work sucks, I gotta go here again. But what's cool about work is you get that duality of, man, I really appreciate my time off. When you have nothing but time, you don't appreciate it. At least I didn't. I mean, I did, you know what I mean? But I didn't at the same time. I took it for granted. See, this wired freedom, that's one complaint. It just doesn't go as fast anymore, but I think that's because of the Tannis armor and these heavier Ultraverse tires. So I'm blaming that on, what would that be, unsprung weight or sprung weight? I forgot how you figure that, but that's what I'm blaming that on. So yeah, it's lost a little bit of a pep because of that weight. And I know it's not me because I'm probably 25, 30 pounds lighter than I was when I first bought this bike. How did I do that, you ask? We'll talk about that in a different video. That'll give me something else to talk about, right? I'm just bumping around the ASU campus. You see all these people here, the students, you know. Hopefully they're getting degrees in something that's useful. To be honest with you, if I was to get a degree today, it'd probably be in welding or carpentry. Something that's got a little, yeah, I'd do a trade. I don't know if I'd do a true academic, you know. Why? Because that's where the money is. Besides, I like doing stuff with my hands. I worked for years using my head, and it was stressful. It paid well, but it was stressful. And after 3 decades of it, I downright didn't like it. I said I'd rather be a poor pauper without a pot to piss in than to continue to work with my head. Now I kind of work with my hands part-time, a little bit here and there. And I don't earn nearly what I used to, but I am 1,000 times happier. Can't explain it. Maybe just the wisdom creeped in, and I realized money isn't everything. I got enough to get by. I'm blessed beyond anything that I deserve, so that's not an issue. But I see people around me, all they want to do is chase money at a later age, and I'm like, man, what are you gonna? How much more stuff can you buy? How much more stuff are you gonna maintain? You know, it just. I'm not trying to look down on them or anything. I'm just saying, when are you going to get that wisdom to realize that you're not taking a darn thing with you? Well, we're going a little ways today, aren't we? Talking about getting all philosophical. I thought we were going to talk about a vintage wired Freedom Ruger. Once again, you've changed the subject. You put that, what do they call those things? Those title card. Oh, look at this coyote. Let's go get the coyote. Oh, it's so cute. I love these things. I am so glad we captured that. Can you guys see that? Yeah, we still have coyotes around here, and I actually like them. Since this college has developed more and more, we filled in more fields. There's being less and less coyotes. And to me, that's sad, because I like them. I mean, they used to be back in the day, they'd run up and down my street, and they kind of kept the cats and the rats at bay. Not that I have a rat problem, but I might have a cat problem. People rent a house in my neighborhood, they'll bring some unfixed cat, right? Then they'll get evicted. They can't find the cat, so they leave the cat in the neighborhood. That cat makes out with some other cat, and we got kittens, and it just spirals from there. And the coyotes, I don't think they eat the cats, but the cats, I think when they smell coyote urine, they get kind of freaked, So they boogie off to greener pastures. Well, it's a really fun little ride, guys. I mean, it's been a long time since we've hung out. And if you want to help support the channel, make sure you reach down there and click that unsubscribe button. All right? And make sure we get that down thumb in there, because we want other people to avoid this kind of miserable content. All right? And I promise you, I will make a video again. It may not be this year, it may not be, in the 2020s. By 2030, we'll have us a new video out, so make sure, you keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. Wired Freedom, after 2 years, does pretty much what it's supposed to. So there's just real no shocking news here. Nothing to make headlines with. And once again, thanks for watching, guys. And we will talk again. Make sure you get out there, enjoy the world, because life is, oh man, is it short.